Well. How are you guys? It's been a bit since I've gone live. And, it has been so fun to walk through this journey together and just see what's going on. You know, um, I'm so grateful for the supporters and the people that are here, just following along on this journey, listening to my podcast, following along on YouTube, and ordering my books and all of it. So I'm just so grateful for all of you guys out there. And I just wanted to express that. I also wanted to just celebrate. We are halfway through the year and it's been amazing. We just finished such a popular book for especially new believers, and that's John. But I haven't been on in a while. I've taken a trip. I went to Nicaragua and was on a missions trip there. And I also flew to Canada to surprise one of my real estate clients. And so I've kind of been a little busy. And so I wanted to end this year, or the end of this half of year, and just recap some of the things that we've learned and read, and just wanted to just share. So one of the books that we I hadn't gone live yet was with the book of Job. And I don't know if you guys have seen my guest, whose name is Ty Jones. So if you did not get to see that episode with Ty Jones, you've got to go and watch that. He was such a dynamic guest, and we talked about a little movie that we have made. It's called Awaken, and we talked about just looking through God's, or looking at our life and looking at some of the things that we deal with God's perspective. And so that episode is really, really special. If you guys want to see that little movie that we made, just let me know. I can post a link, and it's here on my YouTube channel. But it was such a neat experience, and such a neat opportunity to sit and chat with Ty about all of what happened with that movie. But anyway, with Job, obviously we talk about Job's friends and all the things that Job went through. And yet it's always important to see life's challenges through God's point of view. And then and also too, when we speak, when Job said to test our words and test the spirit of our words, it brings to fruition kind of that, imploration, or if you will, how important it is to do that in our daily lives as well. And then I brought another guest on. That other guest was Cameron Arnett. And if you didn't see that one, that was a really fantastic episode as well. I enjoyed both guests, both Ty and Cameron. And I wrote about Cameron a long time ago. He always puts on his social media the very simple message of, Jesus is coming back. And it's basically he's sounding the alarm, just like the prophet Joel did when he was, in there. And so I wanted to bring Cameron on. If you don't know Cameron, he's in a lot of faith-based movies. He was in the movie that I was in called Running the Bases, and his face is around. And so it was good and fun to see that episode. And if you didn't watch that one was the June 23rd episode. And it was a really good episode. And then we ended the month with the book of John. And I love that the book of John is such a great book for especially new believers. And given the examples of being thirsty for God, but yet he is thirsty for us as well. He wants to be with us. And I also shared a very personal story about my wedding day, and how that, serving with the basin and the towel analogy, and just Jesus served his life as somebody who walks around as somebody with the basin and the towel. His life was full of serving people, and that's how he wants us to live. And so if you and today we ended with just being a conduit of change. And so I'm so excited about where we're at with reading the Bible through alphabetically in a year, and how far we've come in the very beginning of the year, starting with the book of Acts and really devoting this year to prayer, and basically devoting our whole lives to prayer. And now we're journeying through the Bible, and we end with the half of the year point with John and Jesus encouraging us all to be conduits of change. And I love the way that the Bible interweaves and intertwines together, and just it's a great way to, even if you're, no matter where you're reading from, there's always this umbrella of a theme. It's the same theme throughout, there's so much inner workings, whether you're from the Old Testament or the New Testament. And so it's so exciting to just read the Bible and to just know, what God, sees in us. So I don't know. I'm so excited to be halfway through the year. It's been a great 6 months, and I've certainly enjoyed hearing a lot of you guys' thoughts and some of your insights. And I've enjoyed also, some of you guys have come on here with me when I do these lives, and join with me, and I love that as well. So if you have the ability at some point, come on and join me. It's such a fantastic way to just have a good conversation. Now tomorrow we are starting in the book of First John, and First John is 4 chapters. It's super short, and tomorrow's devotion is really one of my favorites. There's several in July that are my favorite, but tomorrow is a really good part to remember who God is. And I hope you look at all of the names. It's such a great devotion, and I love that it is right smack dab in the middle of the year, and it kind of just starts the second half of the year right off with just realizing who God is. And if you know him, and he's got so many characteristics and so many names that are associated with him, that he's so deep. And so getting to know him on a deep level takes a lifetime. And that's what we're here for. And so I'm so excited about tomorrow. It's, like I said, one of my favorite episodes, or one of my favorite entries into my devotional. So, excuse me. Anyway, I just wanted to end that, and hopefully, as we progress through the year and the rest of the year, you'll glean some more nuggets on here. We're also in the book of we're in the book of Joshua as well in July, and I've already got at least one special guest lined up. So can't wait for you guys to see that person. But anyway, if you have any questions or want to comment, feel free. I love you guys, and I look forward to this next half of the year. And until tomorrow, keep rinsing, reflecting, and repeating.